Hello everyone, or both of you. My name's Will. This is Grandview Farms, and this is our first ever YouTube video. So I'm sure it's going to be a mess. I have no idea what I'm doing, so bear with me, or don't. It's up to you. Hello everyone. Welcome to Eastern Iowa and Grandview Farms. We've got our first real day of outside work to do today this spring. One of the things on the list is the anhydrous bar. We're probably going to be doing anhydrous before the end of the week. The co-op just delivered this one yesterday. It's a 21 knife bar, 52 feet wide. We'll probably end up pulling 1,500 gallon tanks with it because that's usually all that they can get us. Usually the custom applicator guys have the big double 2,000 gallon tanks because usually they're a lot farther away. So we got to get a couple tractors going, get some stuff hooked up, and start unfolding that toolbar, get it serviced for the spring. Well, guess I'm cleaning that mess up. So the day actually got pretty crummy on us pretty quickly. So I'm gonna try and do something inside, as long as it's so windy and cloudy outside. So the first thing we got to do to this is we've got to plumb in 2 gauges to these T's, and we got to run them up towards the front of the tractor where they're easy to see from the cab, because at night these gauges are worthless. As you can see, they're actually worthless even when you're not using them, because that one's stuck on about 9 pounds, and obviously there's nothing hooked up. So we're going to work on that. And what we got to do, we've actually got to change our hose barbs here. We used to use these brass hose barbs. Well, they corrode and break off. So Dad picked up a bunch of stainless ones. So we're going to switch those out. So I don't have the socket set I need over at this farm right now. So it's loose, but that's pretty much the gist of it. You've got gauges mounted up front, and I'll show you why so as you can see, I'm just kind of sitting in my normal spot in the operator seat, and those gauges are very easy to see and read from the cab. Whereas if you look behind me, they're visible right now, but once you get nighttime and you get some dust going, you can't see them at all. Okay, well, everything started pretty good for us. So we're gonna go ahead and fire up the Trimble. That controls our auto steer. By the way, never buy a Trimble. They are literally the worst. Well, we're not gonna run anhydrous today. It's about 32 degrees and super windy. So instead, we're just getting, it's hard to do one-handed. So instead, I'm just gonna get the auto steer set up on the toolbar, or for the toolbar, and just be as prepared as we can be for running in the morning. So these are the safety stops. Gotta lift up the big main stop. Flip that up. Now, welcome to the cab. Get the toolbar folded out, and then we'll put it in the ground and start driving across the field, checking our auto steer swath. If we didn't run Trimble auto steer, which we plan on getting away from this because it is truly terrible. If we didn't run Trimble auto steer, I wouldn't even think about being out here setting up my auto steer. It would already be good to go from last year. We would have no issues. But it's Trimble, so we do have issues. Here are my hydraulic remotes. I'm going to use number 4 because that's hooked up to our wing fold. So I push remote 4 forwards, and you'll see back here, the whole thing starts to unfold. Okay, now that we've got it unfolded, I'm just going to start driving across the field, get onto an AB line, and drop it in the ground. Okay, so now that we're crawling across the field, we can see that we're coming right up on an AB line. I'm going to engage our auto steer. And it'll just lock us right onto that line. Going probably about 4.5 miles an hour. That's typically what we want to be running, or thereabout, with the anhydrous bar. Not because it's a power issue, but because if you go faster than that, you start to shear a lot of bolts really quickly. Okay, so I just got turned around here. I'm going to engage our auto. disengaged our auto steer for no reason. Okay, let's try this again. Engage our auto steer. Okay, here we'll drop it in the ground. Thanks for sticking around. I'm sure that was a rough video to watch. I really definitely don't know what I'm doing in front of a camera, but it was kind of fun. I hope you had fun, and I hope you come back.